Appollo wrestling style here, the first of 8 big matches. And again, this is something that's changed a little bit, but let Rick tell you all about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest is a 3 versus 1 handicap match. Introducing first from Uranus, Riley Reinhardt. His partner, remarkable Michael Carter. And from the Hoosier State, weighing 212 pounds, Camden Francis.
These 3 young men seem pretty confident, although in about 20 seconds, I don't know if they're still going to feel that same way, despite the fact there's 3 of them and 1 monster waiting behind the curtain.
Yeah, I'm sure it's only going to be a mountain of a task for these 3 gentlemen here. Of course, Riley Reinhardt we've seen here more in the past, part of Alienated Youth.
Where was he from?
I don't know if I want to say it again.
Uranus? But
well,
monster! They live in war wrestling.
The bomb, Erik Surge, back here more once again for No Love Lost. We have seen Erik just mow his way through the competition in recent months. While he might have came up short in his bid to try to earn his way to the Respect Championship, he still nonetheless proved throughout all of 2025 to be one of the most dominant competitors in War's roster update from last year. And I'm absolutely positive that he took on this match specifically so he could show everyone here in Lima and the office, hey, I'm Erik Surge. I'm the bomb for the reason. You do not mess with me, I mess with you.
It is not a coincidence that there are exactly 4 competitors in this match, like that Fatal 4-Way we talked about last week and last month. And he really said, I don't care who you give me. There's supposed to be tags here, but it would appear these 3 young men think they can take out the bomb and maybe defuse it right out of the gate. That's not going on.
Francis Luby, Carter got fainted out. Riley's on the down, and now meeting of the minds right out the gate.
Surge at 30 years old, a 3-year pro, and you're just making him angry, Riley.
Yeah, Riley Reinhardt is, he was so nervous he whiffed.
Well, there goes Riley.
And the whole trio of them.
Sent him all the way back to Uranus. Surge. Now, the question is, what does he do? Because this is not generally a guy who can fly or wants to fly, doesn't need to.
I mean, it's really not a good idea for him to. It wasn't too long ago that he was suffering from a rib injury, and yet right now he's just stalking the ring, just waiting for any of the 3 of them to get back in.
Yeah, this is the point in the videos that the Predator comes after you. And you should probably just find the nearest exit as quick as possible.
Oh, but here's a bit of smart strategy. Go from every corner that you can. He can't get his attention on all of you at once.
2 out of 3. Reinhardt now, he's found a little bit of courage now, as apparently he's found the apron. And we'll get this started as I guess as traditional as you can go, handicap match.
Francis caught Surge. There's now Carter. Keeping them trapped into the corner.
Best thing to do, just trap the man, not give him anywhere to go. The 4-Way last month with Ashton Adonis, Tony Gunn, and the eventual winner, Nick Ultima, really showed what he could do. Use that power in what's not that dissimilar from this match, but the only difference here is poor Riley Reinhardt.
In a second that George's back is turned, those 2 immediately going in, taking advantage of the opportunity.
Just straight up 2 guys just trying to choke him out.
I mean, is it fair? No, but you're going against a guy like Erik Surge. I think you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, it would appear that way. You hit the pay window, you got to split it in 3. Now with a full head of steam, Michael Carter with a spear in the corner.
Reinhardt back in now.
Nothing else. He's a beautiful shotgun drop kick. Three guys who, to my knowledge, have not been in matches together, working pretty well. And a hesitation drop kick, too, from Camden Francis. Is that enough? No.
Well, clearly they were able to get together and had some sort of game plan heading into this match. I mean, if you know that you're going against someone like Erik Surge, as we've discussed before, OVW United States champion, that's not a feat that many can claim. In fact, he's only one of 2.
New Era Pro champion for over 400 days as well.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that you want to do your research on. You've got to do everything you can to grab a grasp on him. Riley Reinhardt with his phone out.
Live streaming?
You know, the last time we saw someone try and live stream their victory, it didn't go well for them.
I don't think it's going to go well for him when Erik Surge turns around. It's a straight knockout. Good night, Francis. Oh, how does he not see this?
No, I think he did. You saw his hand waving. He's like, no. But there you see, get a nice big close-up of the choke and some chops there onto the chest by Surge.
He's live streamed his own demise.
Oh, and Francis there, boot straight to the head. Really high leg elevation to pull that one off. But
barely got a 1.
Yeah.
I don't think I can lift my leg that high for anything.
Tap back into Carter now. Francis not ready to leave the ring quite yet, taking every bit of opportunity he can.
These guys lack nothing in the we feel like we can do this department. Well, Michael Carter usually straps down means something bad's about to happen. Unfortunately for him, it feels like it's about to happen to him. Erik Surge backed into the corner, and give these 3 gentlemen credit because they have done a terrific job of not only cutting off half of the ring, but just keeping Surge in their corner. Reinhardt, full head of steam.
Tried to go for the wheelbarrow, but Surge caught him.
He said, "Do you want a German?" Rather Reinhardt.
Oh,
very counter.
Yeah, very impressive there. Knew what was coming.
Michael Carter was not paying attention, but he's in now. It's a full head of steam.
Splash there. Looks like he
goes again.
Yeah, Francis is giving him the command. Surge is on wobbly legs. I'm actually surprised, Michael.
He told him to sit down. I don't think it worked. Oh, that's something about Wells and too many times. Surge just trying to hoist up Carter, and
that turns into a cover, but only a 2. Double drop kick with the weight of somebody else fully slapped on top of you. That takes a lot to kick out of.
It's not often that 2 grown men drop kick a 200-pound man on top of you.
Francis got that.
Calls it Thursday.
Francis has that front choke there. Surge still has that wherewithal within him.
Go back and think about Surge, the matches that he's been in, the partners that he's had already. Appollo, Starr, and Will the Thrill when he's in that 6-man a number of months ago. Really kind of showed what he could do in multiple man matches, and I think that's how you have to approach him. I wouldn't want to take him on one-on-one. I don't think this is going to work.
Neither do I. Francis trying to do all he can, but dropped right on his behind.
Right back and hit the freshman. The problem is that guy got hit right in the face once and twice. Surge trying to move the ring. Here he goes. My word. Oh, just beheaded him.
You hear the crowd getting excited for every single attack Surge gives them. Catch the Reinhardt.
This is not your night, Riley. Just dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Now with a full head of steam. Bounce!
Tossed him like 1-2.
Sent him all the way to Delphus.
Oh, but that rear choke. Is it going to be enough to take out Surge? No, it's not.
I don't think so.
Here
we go. One for you. Oh,
Enjoy an elbow
cut his
directly
head
to
off.
the mouth.
1, 2, and 3. And it might say 3-on-1, but the three guys at a disadvantage.
Winner of this match,
The fall.
the bomb, Erik Surge.
Erik Surge, a dominant display there. As always, you got to imagine, Michael, that Surge is going to have a big 2026 here in War.
I think if I'm a title holder right now, or if I'm anybody anywhere near that ladder, I'm looking over my shoulder right now to see if there's a Mack truck named Erik Surge on its way.
Folks, we're going to see what the rest of 2026 has for Erik in store. We have some more coming at you. We have the War Women's Championship on the line. The Tag Team Championships will be on the line as well, as Wyatt's guys will defend against Alpha Sigma Sigma. Again, the War Championship as well at our main event, with plenty more as well. You want to stay tuned for that.
If ever there was a match that defined No Love Lost, the show name tonight, it's probably going to be this one. The War Wrestling Women's Championship on the line. That lady,
Our next match
reason why.
is for the War Women's Championship. Introducing first from Cleveland, Ohio, Chelsea Lyons, the mother.
Chelsea doesn't exactly have a lacking background when it comes to Paris McQueen. Go back to Bell Center Brawl in July. These two fought over the championship, but Paris McQueen now, 254 days, and I know they've crossed paths in the meantime and in a lot of other places. There are a lot of people who have issues with other folks on this show tonight. These two flat out do not like one another.
Absolutely not. They have had, this will be, I believe, their third match now here in War together since Paris has won the title. And you got to imagine, Chelsea, she's had a bite at the apple twice now. She's not ready to let it slip away a third time.
Some say third is the charm. I guess we're going to find out. Last month, of course, we had Paris McQueen, who's on her way out here, was a part of just an oddity in an intergender tag match. But now, the Bestest is on her way out, and I really think this is a good test for her and what her title reign could become as she closes in on a year.
And now, from Stafford, Virginia, the SSB of Pro Wrestling, the War Women's Champion, Erik McQueen.
Like you said, closing in on a year, Paris McQueen has taken on all comers that have stepped up to her. And I mean, credit where credit's due. Here in War, she's faced quite the bevy of opponents.
Sebastian LaShawn among that group with Chelsea.
Yep, absolutely. We have Storm Garcon, Steffi Mack as well.
And a lot of those, if you remember right, you go back and watch this on YouTube, weren't exactly matches that she came in ready for. They were ones that were sort of thrown in her path, and she was able to get around it.
Absolutely. And, heck, I mean, again, you mentioned the match last month. She even went and defeated the First Stringers, which, I mean, that's still insanely impressive as well. So, but right now, Chelsea immediately going to take out that knee.
Chelsea, the veteran of this group, coming up on 4, almost 5 years. Trained under Tom Pritchard, the great doctor, and of course EC3 up in the greater Cleveland area where you heard that she's announced from. But, trainers are a funny thing because they give you all the tools to be successful. When you look at the other side with Paris and Brandon Day, but just a 3-year pro, you have to kind of find yourself, and both these young ladies, I think, have done it pretty well so far. Now it's about the arm drag. What can I use to outsmart you tonight?
Absolutely, and that goes exactly into the fact that these two have faced each other a number of times now. You have to wonder not just what do I do to outsmart you? It's what can I do? What can I pull out of the bag that you aren't already prepared for?
And we've got quite a few of those matchups tonight. Probably none more so than Jacob Rose and Ryan Michaels. You talk about guys who know each other like the back of their hand as he sliding clothesline takes out the mother.
Paris McQueen going for the leg drop. Didn't get it this time, but Chelsea now going for a bit of a pause, making as much distance as she can away from the ring.
I think she was going to tell the crowd about the amount of snow they had in the Cleveland area where she's from. You don't want to try to go through there when it's snowing.
I do not envy her for trying to come down here.
It should be a 2.5 hour-ish trek. Probably took a little bit longer. But it's almost a smart tactic on her part because you have to get into Paris' head a little bit. And Paris was getting frustrated, and you'll see it here. Hey, get back in the ring. Well, I don't have to. And again, there you go. She took the shortcut and ended up throwing her right into the front row. Yeah, the problem is you can't win the match that way.
It's true, but...
Or at least win the belt.
This is very true, but again, it's those kind of mind games. It's even just a little bit of damage like that, like throwing someone's spine first into the iron guard barriers, that's going to be sustained damage. And now doing the assault onto the apron, Paris is well on the back foot now as she's just laying it straight on the noggin.
It's almost a couple of stomps, almost went face first. Just Chelsea in control right now.
It's the name of the show, No Love Lost. As Chelsea so far, and in this past minute here, has been showing, really, it's not even a sign of respect. It's just, in a way, it kind of feels like she's like, I'm tired of trying to wrestle you. I'm going to fight you, and I'm going to do what I need to get that gold around my waist.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that just draping a person across the rope and trying to strangle them with your leg is not respectful at all. So a quick little switch, and you can see another short arm drag.
Paris, though, right now I feel like Chelsea just sees everything coming at her. I think it's the fact that Paris is now moving a tick slower. That damage from the assault so far, it's allowing Chelsea to see the wind up, let her know that's like, okay, I know what's coming. I know what I got to do.
Chelsea taking a chance here, getting up to the top rope. I don't know how this is going to pay off because this has been kind of a minute setting this up. And to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what it is that she's got designed, but Joe Lopez is not having it.
Well, Paris there caught with the legs. Oh, wow. Variation of the spider, the tarantula, just holding Paris, choking her out with her legs. Let's go, but Paris red in the face right now and holding her throat. She definitely took some hurting from that.
Missing the clothesline. Chelsea with prime positioning, dead center in the middle of the ring.
Everything now just wrenching the arms back, and we also saw the kick to the back of the knee again from the very beginning of the match. She's slowly but surely wearing down the limbs of Paris.
Either that or at some point tried to rip her arms off.
I mean,
whatever's most effective, I guess.
You can win the belt by ref stoppage if that's what you're aiming for.
It's possible. Chelsea has it reversed now. Paris with the go behind. See what she's got. Oh, wow.
Very.
Look through the kick with the heels up near the face.
Nice sign of athleticism there. Paris, though, finding her way back into this. She may be doubled over, but she still has some fight left in her.
Proving that it doesn't have to be fancy offense, it just has to be impactful. The back heel trip, and this is usually bad for the opponents.
Now there's the stink face, and now charging in, ready, rearing up for the hip attack.
Now taking a bit of a time, and Chelsea wisely rolling through.
I saw that one coming from a mile away.
Right back on the roll-up, got her feet on the ropes, and a new War Wrestling Women's Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, and the new War Wrestling Women's Champion, Chelsea Lyons. Lyons.
Joe Lopez didn't see the legs on the rope. It was a little bit too close quarters. He had to get in position where he wasn't able to see all Chelsea's body. He was only able to see Paris' shoulders.
Well, it has to be a massive upset. Now the sixth lady to ever hold the women's title, the seventh ever War Wrestling Women's Champion. The age of the mother has begun. Chelsea Lyons, the new War Wrestling Women's Champion.
I gotta say, for everything we've seen of Paris's title reign, it can end like that in a flash. Folks, we'll see what the rest of the titles have in store.
Oh, Brandon. Oh, Brandon. Why you ducking me, man? Why you dodging me? I come here month after month looking for that challenge. I want that title, but you keep ducking me, man. I get it, man. You got those gooners there having a little bit too much extra fun with you, and that's fine. But one man's not going to stop me from getting you. Two men's not going to stop me from getting you. Three men's not going to stop me from getting you. Hell, this whole locker room's not going to stop me from getting that War Respect title. So you better go grow eyes out of the back of your freaking head, because I'm coming for you. Anytime, any place, because I'm going to beat that ass.
Referee Peachy Rodriguez on his way. The longtime official here in War Wrestling.
And the longtime nuisance to you.
My coach, Steve.
Nuisance to anyone who's ever met him.
Winner, Maverick. Connor Knox. The first ringer.
Just an absolutely tremendously athletically gifted group. But they are not the sharpest pencils in the box.
As evidenced by Connor's spelling genius. But
at least he put his shirt on right.
That's true. I think he heard that.
And I'm just being honest. These dudes are just as athletic as humanly possible that you can be. But they,
what they don't have in brains, they certainly have in brawn. And, I mean, yeah, sometimes they stick their foots in their mouths, as we might have seen last month, but someone they seem to have taken a bit of ire with recently, making his way to the ring.
You know, I gotta say, Will the Thrill is just Lima as it comes, and I was talking to him in the back, and there's a really big piece of him. He's got a heavy heart tonight.
From Lima, Ohio, Leo the Thrill.
Will's got a very close friend that I know very well, one of the very super beings I've ever met in my life, in Joe Miles, who worked at the local TV station here for years in Lima, and he passed away between the last show in February between the last show in January and today. And you know, he's kind of working with a heavy heart tonight, and that's not, you can't not be on your game when you're taking on guys like the first stringers.
True, but he's certainly not planning to.
Mic check, Lima, what's happening? Yeah, I'm out here with these two chumps. Y'all are scheduled for a match against anybody. Well, guess what? Hey, stupid, I'm talking to you. Listen. Y'all are scheduled for a match, right? Well, guess what? My name is on the top of the list. So with that being said, if there's anybody back there who wants to help me whoop the first stringer's ass, come on down and be my guest. Somebody, anybody.
First of all, that could be a long list.
Anybody, let's go.
First of all, there's a lot of talent. Wait a second. There was a lot of talent in the back, but it would appear. Oh, it's Tony Gunn. Somebody about to get a whooping.
I'm really intrigued, Michael. Since we've seen Tony here at War Wrestling. I mean, he's been nothing but a bruiser. I'm surprised to see from what we saw of his action in 2025. I'm surprised he's actually here coming to the aid of another person.
You know, you and I don't know each other very well, but we do have some common ground along with all these people here, is nobody really likes these idiots over here.
Can't say you're wrong.
It would appear no lies were detected.
You call yourselves a couple of jocks. You're nothing more than a couple of jock straps.
Wow.
But you know what's more annoying than a couple of jocks? Is that man with that damn whistle right there.
A man speaking to your own heart.
I like Tony Gunn more and more every day.
So I accept this to team up with you and go against these two jocks. But I'm going to take that whistle and shut up y'all's ass.
It's a very colorful acceptance speech, I think. It's better than the Oscars. Better than the Grammys for sure. Now I can't repeat half of what he said, but click, click, boom, indeed is, oh goodness.
And
What a double team
immediately,
move. Well, he's gonna fly. Someone call the Allen County Airport. So a Wildcat and an Arkansas Roughneck are gonna take out a couple of jocks.
seems like it as Connor Knox turned inside out there. I mean, hey, you don't gotta like someone to at least agree with them. So it seems that Tony Gunn and Will the Thrill are more than happy to at least operate on the similar wavelength tonight.
Well, you know what's crazy is Tony Gunn has as many years of experience as he had a full head of steam, and up and out he goes, and almost each of the individual ages of the three guys that he's either tagging with or fighting tonight.
That's very true. Tony Gunn is a veteran through and through, and there you see that precision.
But the follow-up, the fact that he has no wasted motion. A 19-year pro with a knee to the face. Good night, nurse. 1, 2. How?
I mean, here's the thing. That Tony Gunn is, of course, a very talented, awarded, accoladed professional, but Connor Knox, he's like a bull in a china shop. He may not be a bright guy, but he is a tough guy.
His head has got to be like taking your fist and punching a bowling ball. Just threw Will away like he was a piece of garbage.
River Maverick now tagged in, going in, immediately taking Will. Going off the ropes, but big shoulder block there.
But again, the difference in what Tony Gunn did is the leapfrog attempt. Will coming back. Long version of an arm drag, and here, sir, have another. But the difference is that the first stringers, they waste time in between moves, where Tony Gunn was just bang, bang, kill shot, back to back.
It's true. Right now, Will the Thrill got the upper hand.
One of the first stringers, we talked about this in the last matchup, lost last month in a match that, they said, well, it's a girl and a mine. We can't possibly lose, and they did. Oh, jeez! Oh, and a meeting of the minds. Oh, there's Coach Steve again, right in front of the official. Peachy turned around, and now he's going to try to stop Tony Gunn.
Connor taking this opportunity, just brutalizing Will on the outside here. The Himbro is not being very bro-gracious.
1, just barely a 2. And also, if you just happen to be observant, you'll notice that Coach Steven tonight seems to be missing a piece that he brings with him every month, because he seems to have broken his clipboard.
Yeah, seems like it, but he's making up for it by blaring that whistle in everyone's ears. Tenfold.
Himbro clothesline. I'd like to have him explain to me what Himbro exactly is, but Tony Gunn coming out of that 4-way match loss we talked about with Eric Surge earlier. Just on the outside said, I don't really know you, Will, but let's get rid of these guys.
Well, right now, Will is getting him broken, his diaphragm that is.
He's only able to break it up, but it ends up costing Will in the end. Steve trying to pretend he wasn't doing anything.
River Maverick playing innocent as he gets a nice little solo camera shot there from our photographer, Sean Lawrence.
Gotta give it, by the way, again, to Connor Knox, 23-year-old, Brandon 24, CK3, and Trey Miguel at the Skull and Bones. And, you know, those are guys, you want that knowledge. They've been around a combined 40 years. They know some things, and if you can get it through the repetition of this young man and this duo, you're doing pretty well, I would think.
And Connor right now keeping Will trapped there, center of the ring. But the people of Lima urging on the thrill.
Well, he knows quite a few of them. Ouch. So Will now, the question is, does Will know where he is? It goes for the insecurity. I guess he did. X marks the spot.
Will is one of those guys we've seen it a number of times. Even when he is not fully conscious, he's able to act pretty well on instinct.
He's going to have to here. Get to Tony Gunn, River Maverick. Trying to wait for Will to get up and come on.
Taking Will by the shoulders. Oh, but body shot there, throwing River to the outside.
Now can he make the tag?
Connor taking the leg, grabbing by the ankles.
He's got him dead center in the middle of the ring, but Will able to fight his way off. Can he get to the tag? Tony, oh, come on.
Oh, followed right onto the apron and into the ring post.
Smart tag team wrestling by the first stringers.
I mean, if there's one thing that the first stringer is going to be doing here tonight, is going to make sure that they're going to make Brandon Fields proud. Their star athlete, you could say, the War Respect champion.
We saw this last month on at Paris McQueen, but Will straight center of the ring. Oh, nowhere to go. Tony Gunn's on the outside. 1 and 2, and just Will kicking out at the last second.
River is flabbergasted at that one, and so is Connor. Tony now back up to the apron.
I really hope that you're able to watch the in-between match promos. I thought the one with the first stringers of Coach Steve last month was very telling about how their relationship goes. Steve is pretty much of the, you win, we don't have a problem. You don't win, I have many problems that you need to go fix.
Absolutely. Those problems usually seem to relate around one Brandon Fields being rather upset with them.
Now where's Will going? Straight. Oh! On point to finally tag for Tony Gunn, and here he comes. Down goes one first stringer, down goes 2 first stringers. And rinse and repeat. Jeez. It's a straight thrust kick.
And now we see going for the 4th down for him.
Good night. Hello, sir. I have one for you, too.
Happy Super Bowl's Eve, everybody. It's time to send these boys packing.
Tony Gunn in control. He's taking out both of the first stringers. River's going to feel the worst of it. Down it goes. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and Steve again.
I gotta say, really powerful right hand of Steve to be able to just yank Tony Gunn with one hand.
Oh, he stole his whistle. Way to go, Tony.
Oh, but that gave Connor exactly the opening he was needed, and the whistle got taken back.
Steve got it back. Now he's got to go sterilize it, I think, from just himself. Straight rights and punches everywhere, and there's not really a lot Peachy can do as Tony Gunn, worse for wear, worked into the wrong corner. What do the first stringers have in mind?
Bit of double team offense, but Will
super kick, hello!
Interception there.
Good at night. Now, look at Connor, unsure of what to do here.
He's just Holding Tony in place, but Will.
Doubly cutter, and he got him. So at least 1 out of 2, and Tony right back to work. Say goodnight, Connor.
And there is the DDT. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match, Shotgun, Tony Gunn, and Will Bradfield.
So a different pairing than we're used to seeing with Will Bradfield, but I don't know that we're not going to see that, or maybe we should see that again. If we're a tag team of war, you got to be questioning, what did I just see right there?
Absolutely. And you also got to think, if you're Brandon Fields, if you're looking at Tony Gunn, a man who was gunning after the More Respect Championship last year, you got to wonder, is he coming for me?
Yeah, first Stringer promo should be interesting. Stay tuned for that one.
The last time I was here at War Wrestling, I told Paris McQueen I was coming after her. She obviously didn't take me very seriously. Prancing around, I'm the bestest, I'm the sickest, the smartest. Who's got your championship now, Paris? Maybe if you would have taken it a little bit more seriously, you'd still have your championship or whatever it is that you like to say. It took me 2 seconds to outsmart you. I'd like to see you try and come and get it back. This is mine now, and I'm ready to bring a new era into War Wrestling.
I'm not 100% sure what's about to take place here, because some things that have been going on in War Wrestling kind of shifted around to make up this next match. Bryce, about the only thing we do know is this is going to be a 6-man tag.
That's true. The new faces of the Wicked hence cometh.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is a 6-man tag team match. Accompanied to the ring by Dexy Black. They represent the Wicked. From the Range Dojo, Orlando, Christopher. From the Black Forest, the Alpha Lyons, Alex Lynch. And the White Wolf, Terrace Gray, they are the Gray Wolves.
Last month we saw the Wicked taking on their most recently betrayed member, Amos. It seemed like towards the end, Orlando Christopher came out there for what we thought was to save Amos, only to immediately turn around and join side with Dexy Black and the Grey Wolves.
Wow. Wait a second. We knew it was going to be John Paul and Gimmicks Inc.
And from Paris, France, he is the mastermind, John Paul Benizano. And from the land of sweetness and donuts, James the Baker.
So the Baker and the Mime walk into a wrestling ring to take on a Wicked. That's the start of a whole different joke. I count only 5 competitors, however.
Yeah, we seem to be one
And
short.
now, ladies and gentlemen, they have a very special partner for one night only. King Kong Husky.
Wait.
Beastman.
What? Huh? No way. Beastman?
There's no way. This gotta be just mind games. There's no way that Beastman's here.
For over a year, Beastman terrorized War Wrestling as part of the Wicked. And oh my God,
There he is! The by Gimmicks seeing a special member one night only here to go and devour, most likely, the Wicked.
To be completely honest, I have no idea what I'm seeing. My eyes see it, but my brain is in disbelief.
How did John? No one's even been able to find the Beastman the past few months, let alone contact him. How the world did John Paul do it?
How did they have a conversation?
I
Can't imagine Beastman's a heavy texter.
maybe he's fluent in mimicry.
Very possible, but how many times did you think you would just hear the chant of Huss in this building as Beastman stares across at the Wicked?
It wasn't in my mind in a million years. Now, I will also say, though, as much as Beastman is perhaps one of the most terrifying forces of nature to ever walk through a war ring, we also have to remember this is the new version of the Wicked. The Wicked that threw a fireball in the face of Apollo Starr and scarred him, that ground Will the Thrill to a pulp, and has also added to their ranks the War Hall of Famer, one of the most prolific men in war history, Orlando Christopher.
One of the most sadistic men in war wrestling history, too, because it's about 30 feet from where you're sitting at right now that I watched him try to throw a man off a oh no, we got to stop the smoking. Try to throw a man off a balcony. Oh, he got him. That's why you should stop, John Paul. I don't ever want to agree with Alex Lynch, but I gotta side with Alex on this one.
Alex is just, hey, look, we got a guideline statement from the Bradfield Community Center recently that said we need to ensure there's no smoking in the building. Alex is just doing his part, I guess, making sure we don't lose our menu.
Very often you want to side with the guy from Boston.
It's true.
Especially during Super Bowl weekend.
Either way, leapfrog there by the mime.
What do you do when a mime tells you to stop?
Alex does not seem to be one of the people who plays ball with John Paul.
Remember last month, the first stringers. Oh no, what is he?
He just
He
axed his way
destroy the
through.
wall?
I guess so.
Okay then.
He's like, fine, I'll play your games if it means I can beat you. Oh, but
There's
O'Connor
Gray in and can't be the legal man if
playing Jarris Grays is behind like a Mongo.
I think that's the way to go. Now Alex Lynch can be pinned. 1, 2, and more bongos. In the unorthodox team of the Baker, the Mime, and the Beast. Oh, look at John Paul. Imagine how much he could do those if he stopped smoking.
You know, maybe if he stopped soaking and he ate 8 dozen eggs a day, he'd be as large as large.
I don't know, but he's in there with one of the smartest men we've ever had in war wrestling. Calculating, sadistic, just an all-around horrible human being after what he did last month.
Yeah, Orlando's not even going to bother.
Orlando does not believe about being put in a box.
We saw via our social media, Orlando Christopher laid out the mission statement of this new version of the Wicked. They said they're not here to play games. They're not here to just go along with the flow. They're here to take over. They're here to win. They're here to beat people.
Look at the Baker. Now a house of fire.
Baker, anytime he makes his way into war, though, always is a bit of a kind of the immovable object, the unstoppable force.
Unfortunately for him, the Titanic came after him. He was the iceberg that got run over. Orlando Christopher, again, it's, you know, you look at Orlando Christopher, he's won every title you can win here in war, and he's about to get his comeuppance. But he's been a part of the Dirty. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's a guy who just knows how to flat out win from every angle, but now he's faced with a gargantuan challenge.
Gargantuan is putting it lightly. Of course, Beastman has made his way all across America, all across Japan even, being a part of GCW and Big Japan. He's not just a bit of a hardcore legend, he is just a legend, period. And Orlando said, you know what? Have fun, Alex.
Pretty sure the Beastman has Orlando outweighed by a full Orlando.
At least.
So Alex Lynch, the Lycan believes he can beat the Beastman. He's got wins. You look at it, the record book will show he beat Apollo Starr. I'll show you how he got there, but.
The thing with Alex Lynch is that he's not the type of guy to really be intimidated. He never has been since he's shown up here. Even in the face of the Beastman, well, he's not scared, he's just annoyed by him. Even when they were together as part of the Wicked in a unit, Alex and Beastman were never exactly on friendly terms. They just kind of tolerated each other.
They just existed together. But Lynch, with that powerlifting background, I think he's going to have to lean heavily into that. He's just trying to throw strikes and knock Beastman off his feet. The question is, you knock him off his feet, what are you going to do with him now?
Well, that's where the powerlifting comes in.
Maybe deadlifting. Jarrus Gray with the blind tag. Beastman didn't see it.
Got it.
Jarrus all the way to the top.
And this anti-air.
That was pretty rude.
No, I can't even really call it an anti-air. It's more so he just pushed him out of the way.
Yeah, there's nothing fancy. He just got powerbombed on top of another human being.
Tag back into the mastermind.
Now Paul. Not quite sure where he's going. Beastman, though, is going to bring the trash to him. Oh, and he's going to rocket launch John Paul. Because why not?
A Beastman assisted lawn dart being thrown straight into the Grey Wolves.
John Paul with the low bridge. Now gets to work. Oh, Jarrus. Hello. Goodbye. Thanks for coming.
He about took a hop, skipping away across the rainbow with that one.
John Paul with a full head of steam, and now, good Lord. Orlando Christopher with the equalizer. The back elbow across the face.
I mean, you have to imagine also, that given the fact that, as we said, Orlando Christopher, a Hall of Famer, is part of the Dirty. He's used to like tag team setups like this. He sees John Paul with opponents on the outside. He's gonna go. He's like, okay, there's a suicide dive. He knows what to do. He's available to do it. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna take your head off before you even get a chance to jump.
And again, that's the thing. I'm not sure. It's Jarrus Gray with a spear in his own corner. I'm not sure that we have had anyone in the history of War Wrestling who is a better tactician and a better to just kind of know those kind of things inherently. Not, he just sensed it than what we have in Orlando Christopher. 1, 2. John Paul able to just kind of power his way out. Also got to believe at some point, with Beastman coming back tonight, you got to believe somewhere in the future, though, Amos is going to be back, and he's going to be gunning for this new version of the Wicked.
You would think, but right now, the Gimmicks Inc. is still managing to hold their own. I mean, we know this about John Paul. He is as tenacious as they get up. I know certain people know that's my favorite word to say, but it's true in the case of John Paul. He survived a lot, but can he survive the onslaught of the Grey Wolves?
I don't know, because he took a knee and an elbow to the face, and Gray spin right round and down on John Paul. That's got to be it. 1, 2, and 3. Ow.
The only thing I can think of is Alex did the extra spin, got a little too low, not enough kinetic force onto John Paul, gave him enough air still to kick out. Right now, Orlando is back in, though, and you know how that goes.
Thank you, Professor Proton. That's worked out. Don't have a science guy over here figuring out centrifugal force.
Oh, I didn't do great in math, but I was okay in physics.
Orlando now trying to add the physics of splat. John Paul up on the corner. to fight himself back as he sets up, and Orlando ran right back to him. John Paul, look at DDT. Yes!
Yes! It connects. Orlando is down.
Jackson trying to, she's trying to hit Orlando to kind of get him to realize where he's at, but John Paul out in the corner with a beast. And good night. Jarvis Gray, thanks for coming. Alex Lynch, goodbye to you too, sir.
Jarvis, thanks again.
Swinging a miss and a total.
Imagine having nearly 400 pounds of monster meat just being thrown at you.
I don't know how Lynch is able to even be on his feet. He's already been deposited on top of Alex Lynch in a powerbomb once, and more meetings of minds.
The Beastman showing off why he is one of the most ferocious wrestlers that the United States has ever produced.
Good night to one, good night to the here's one for you too. Oh, cannonball! Orlando up to the top rope behind Beastman's back. Beastman going for the cover. Orlando, a dive right to the middle of the shoulder blade.
Yeah, that's just about what the length of a coast to coast to do it too. Oh, the Baker, belly to belly.
Hit him with a rolling pin. Now the Baker. Oh no, here we go. Bam, straight down on Orlando. To be honest with you, I almost lost track of who's even legal at this point. It's a spear from Alex Lynch.
I wouldn't blame George if he had.
Oh, into the cutter. Where did John Paul come from?
Space Invader cutter out of nowhere. Jarvis, though, catches him.
Another big move after big move, and Jarvis about to feel the bang of the beast. Dropped him right on his head.
And the Beastman, he's calling for. Wait, what?
Where is he going?
Someone pull out the Richter scale right now.
Jaxie stole the bone.
Beastman
would have flattened Jarvis Gray like a pancake.
He's seeing that his prized possession's been taken. Jaxie's just running to the back. Run as fast as your legs can take you, Jaxie. Orlando.
Wait, what is Stamp doing here? He just.
You thought Stamp was dead.
Oh my God! Can you smell that?
It's like Stamp.
Chloroform?
Stamp! You can't chloroform someone in the middle of a wrestling match.
And he's appearing to abscond with John Paul.
You audience members are horrible. Why are you not stopping this man?
He just threw him into the front row. Wait, what the? I realize there's something going on in the ring, but he just threw a mailbag. And the Baker now breaks through a double clothesline, gets one of his own. And Sampras, again, he's trying to shove John Paul into a mailbag.
The Baker, meanwhile, going up top.
Oh, no.
Alex now.
Bad spot for him. Lynch up in the corner. Up. Down for the Wicked and the Grey Wolves.
Powerbomb cutter there. And now.
Here comes Orlando. That's what he.
Double underhook DDT.
For earlier. 1, 2, 3. And the Wicked rise again. But you see here on the cameras.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match.
He's
stealing
a human being.
Alex Lynch.
Security is standing there watching.
Gray,
why is no one doing anything about this? The question
Orlando.
Where is Stamp Lickers taking it?
I mean, I wouldn't want to mess with Stamp either.
He just carried him out through the crowd.
I mean,
Stamp just walked out the back door.
I mean, security's following him at least, but folks, the Wicked won not without massive consequence of some
gotta
sort.
Go call somebody.
Why is this is also not the first time this has happened. Everyone, we'll be back because I think we might need to get a search party.
Every month, boys, we seem to just keep coming up. What are you doing? Keep going.
Sorry.
Keep coming up a little bit shorter and shorter every match. But not next month. Next month, I'm going to deliver the meanest and the leanest tag team in War Wrestling. You can bet on that. Keep squatting, boys.
Tired of this, Grandpa?
I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. No Love Lost is a very apt name for this show. A lot of folks in the back who had to be held apart, but wait a second.
Our next match is for the War Respect Championship. Accompanied tonight by Coach E. And the first stringer is from Powell, Ohio. He is the War Respect Champion, the professional Brandon Fields.
Brandon Fields making his way to defend his title, flanked by his junior varsity team here, you could say, who somehow in the...
I heard jockstraps.
Well, despite whatever they were called by Tony Gunn, somehow since they were defeated earlier tonight, Connor Knox got his shirt turned around backwards and now has to fix it.
He's a genius after all.
Maybe Tony Gunn hit him so hard that it got spun around.
That I believe. But these are two guys who flat out do not like one another. Just a big moment here for Apollo Starr because he made it pretty simple. Brandon Fields talked about with Will the Thrill, you're not in my league, you don't deserve this. And Apollo said, guess what, Tom? I do.
And now the challenger from Buffalo, New York, by way of the Race Dojo. He is a former Respect champion and a War Wrestling Hall of Famer. Poison Apollo Starr.
Now, Michael, this matchup not only is interesting for that aspect that you just said about wanting to prove Brandon wrong, said, you know what, son, I'll teach you how it is. But this also is not the first time that these two have fought each other, not just in general, but for the War Respect Championship. It was Brandon Fields who beat Apollo to win his first run with the title. After
lost
Apollo
to Ryan Michaels.
Lost to Ryan Michaels, but it was after a very, very lengthy, very impressive reign by Apollo, who defended it month in, month out for, it was over a year if I remember correctly.
Close to 400 days.
And now here we are, the cycle is coming around, completing itself. It's a matter of, all right, time to do the tango again.
It's a circle. But again, Apollo, we said, longest ever respect champ, only triple threat champ, or the triple crown champ rather, in War Wrestling. I'm a Hall of Famer. Come at me. I have accolades for days. They're just dripping off of me. And you go back and you look at last month and you say, well, he was the quote-unquote pre-show guy. He had to take on TJ Fury, and he said, I got to be honest with you. I thought I was going to run through you like prune juice. It sounds a lot cooler when he says it, trust me. But Mr. Mo Better Wrestling, back now in this title picture, and, dead middle of the card, he can really change what the first stringers, Coach Steve, and, of course, the champion in Brandon Fields have planned if he can come away with that championship tonight.
Absolutely. Apollo is the kind of guy who, it doesn't matter what part of the card you put him on. You can put him on the pre-show, you can put him in the main event, you can put him in the middle of it. It doesn't matter. He is going to show up and show out every single time. But then again, so does Brandon Fields. He's not about flash. He's not about sparkliness. He's about getting the job done. And really, that's just the story of these two men. That's the story it's always been. When they first faced each other for the title, their story with one another was basically everything you can do, I know I can do. I am a professional, you are the standard. I'm going to upstage you. And that is what Brandon did ultimately in the end. And now I gotta think, Apollo's thinking back to that time and going, I'm not letting it happen again.
Apollo tried to turn the hand inside out of Fields. Fields put his other hand up to try to block it. But the joint manipulation that Apollo knows is ridiculous. You think about, I would be willing to bet you if you were able to chart the amount of matches that anybody has had in War Wrestling, Apollo Starr would be, if not top 3, number 1. Going back, thinking about the Soul Shooters and thinking about his great runs as a tag team champion, the Respect champion, and a long time War Wrestling champion. Just great go-behind of the amount of matches that he's had and the amount of guys he's gone through, the number of paces that he's learned or what guys can do. But you gotta really be on your horse to take Apollo out.
You absolutely do. He calls himself the Timeless Technician for a reason. That's not just a self-aggrandizing title. It's something he's earned it.
That and the fact that he's right, he does not age. Or like a fine wine, I think is what he told me the last time I brought it up.
Every year it seems like Apollo Starr somehow cannot top what he did the year before. And yet he does. Every year. You think we'd be used to it by now, but we're not.
I kind of felt like that set of battles that he had with Cassius and then tagging with him a little bit sort of re-energized him. And Fields is, I think, about to fear the brunt of that. There he goes. There's no fancy way to have a guy just dump truck you.
Yeah, Apollo kind of took up in the stead of Cassius with Will the Thrill becoming the spiritual successor of the Soul Thrillers.
He said he didn't like how Fields disrespected the little homie in Will the Thrill.
I mean, that seems to be the whole thing with the varsity athletes here. They're all about talk. They're all about being showing that we're the big dogs. And while the first stringers, they are all the bark, Brandon Fields is the bite.
Fields trying to set himself up. He's not a guy who goes to the corner a lot, but down goes Apollo.
Fields doesn't just go to the corner, doesn't go up top, but if he knows it's gonna work, he'll do it.
I think Connor's not understanding that he took a beating earlier. He tried to bow and realized that it hurt.
Meaty uppercut there from Brandon Fields.
See, this is one that Fields has taken a lot of time. You know, when he's been very open about the fact that he does not like the people here in Lima, Ohio, but he's taken a long time with a guy whose batteries never die in Apollo Starr.
I mean, when you sign up for a match against Apollo, you know it's going to be a war of attrition.
It's going to be like chasing a racehorse. The horse is just going to continue to keep going. You got to be able to match its pace for 10, 15, 20 minutes.
The only thing is will Brandon Fields be able to last long enough to hurt Apollo in the glue?
Let's find out. Good idea to cut Apollo off in the middle of that sequence by Fields. Again, another one of those guys. A lot of folks might not necessarily like his personality, but he's effective in how he gets things done. He's a professional for a reason. Missed on that back elbow. Here's Apollo now. I'm too smart for that. Ain't the point of the elbow, right? Mush. Apollo, full head of steam. Bam!
There you see taking the head off of Brandon Fields. And the crowd here in Lima, they're ready to see Apollo take down Brandon.
Brandon with a wild swing. Apollo with a handful of them. They're all on target.
There we see that training by the Rage Dojo, those signature strikes, and now getting a little groovy with it.
And if with a little Indianapolis shimmy. Tried to send him to Naptown. Got him right with the cover. But still, only a 2.
Brandon right now, you see, he's clutching the side of his head with his one arm. He is absolutely worse for wear right now. Appollo back up. Look like he's barely broken a sweat.
Brandon might be in a world of trouble now. Ripcord and a swing and a miss. Fields back the other. Oh, good Lord.
Fields knew that Appollo was going to run through, but Apollo's still able to kick out.
50-yard field goal and a beauty. Joe Lopez now getting into it with these jamokes on the outside. Throw him out, Joe. Told him again it's only a 2 count.
I don't think I'd take counting advice from Connor.
Not quite sure.
I might take it from River.
Not quite sure. Steve's would probably just be a series of whistle blows.
Steve's a fast counter. We know that. We've seen this. It's documented footage.
Appollo ducked the go behind. Now the kick. Oh, knee to the back of the face. This hit him right square rather with the back of the knee on the face. 1 and 2 and 3. Nearly a new War Wrestling Respect champion.
If the first stringers hadn't jumped on the apron to distract Joe Lopez for just that split second, Appollo would have won the title. Also, good on Joe Lopez for pushing Connor off the apron.
You know Joe can count to 3. He's been doing it since the 1530s. That's what he told me. Famous joke that he refereed the Last Supper. Now Appollo in control. Oh, Brandon just
scratching the eyes of Joe Lopez. I really don't know if that was intentional or if that was just flailing his arms in desperation. But the first stringers are taking this opportunity all the same.
This is not a handicap match. It's not supposed to be 4-on-1.
Brandon has that respect title in his hands, urging Appollo to get up. Lopez still hasn't regained his vision.
He's going to have to get a new prescription. Appollo up and
ducks out.
Security to the back. Now Appollo with the championship. Joe is a little bit blurry, and Appollo now. Oh, he woke up and he saw Appollo had the championship.
Joe trying to take the championship out of the way. They were seeing roll up. 1, 2, 3.
An assist from the
The
Titans.
winner of this match, and still the War Respect champion, the professional Brandon Beale.
Well, it wasn't as decisive as Brandon's last victory over Appollo was. However, the victory is still the same. The history books show that Brandon Fields has retained the War Respect Championship against Appollo Q Starr.
Husk! Jackson! Husk! Orlando! Hoosama Husk! Hoosama Husk! Hoosama Husk! Tasamaka Soma! Hoosama Husk!
Chelsea, you got one over on me today. I have to admit, I'm really impressed. But something still doesn't sit right with me. I don't know what happened, but I know something happened. So I'm enacting my rematch clause. Tonight, you may have been the bestest, but when I return, I will be the bestest. Sorry, I got stuck. I will be the bestest.
War Wrestling Tag Team Championship action here tonight. The Wise Guys, the reigning and defending champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is for the War Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, Little Chicago, the main man, Dino DiCapo. And from Boston, Massachusetts, Tommy Hamilton. They are the War Tag Team Champions, the Wise Guy.
And you know, I'm not quite sure if maybe that coughing at the beginning that we heard was Jake Ely, because apparently he's sick and nowhere to be found, and still conspicuous by his absence, still suspended.
And of course, they represent the crew.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Jimmy Shane last month. Are we really surprised he always finds a way into his building somehow? But we saw him last month gunning for the War Champion himself, Crash. His plans were foiled after Crash had defeated Jake Ely, but all the same, the crew still standing tall. They still got their tag team gold, and they are looking to keep onto it tight here tonight against their opponents.
Tommy Hamilton just referred to the Wise Guys as the best champions in War history. Got to imagine that when they asked for give us the best you can find, they maybe weren't counting on those two gentlemen in Alpha Sigma Sigma.
And from University down the road, weighing 4 kegs, Keith Jacob, Big Dick Myers, Alpha
I have a question. How
Yes?
much exactly does 4 kegs weigh?
4 kegs, Michael. Come on, I know you're not a spring chicken anymore, but you remember how much 4 kegs weigh.
About the weight of these two gentlemen?
Roughly.
The more pressing question I have is, how were they aware of that? Did they put themselves on one scale and the 4 kegs on the other scale?
Oh, they did it for a stats project.
Well, I imagine Pledge had a lot of things to do.
And hey, never doubt Big Dick.
It's not really a surprise. The folks are behind here in Alpha Sig, and apparently some of the kids during the break hit the merch table.
For those here in the audience, those here in the audience, they've listened to the serenading words of Gino DiCapo. Admittedly, a nice breakup from the Horns.
He is not a big fan of Vuvuzelas, as I understand it.
Yeah, he told me once in the past that they're disrespectful to him. He thinks they are an atrocity and that they're not real instruments.
Veteran referee Peachy Rodriguez getting the assignment for this matchup, and Tommy Hamilton. He's from Boston. You think he knows Alex Lynch?
Probably.
Feels like they would run in the same circle. So Gino DiCapo, the made man, 2-time War Wrestling Tag Team Champion, 2-time Ohio Heritage Champion in OCW. Pretty much just a walking restraining order and anywhere it goes.
Very true, but he's going up against a 2-time Pro Wrestling Revolver tag champion in Big Dick Myers, a former FTW tag champion, anywhere that him and KC have gone, they have won tag team gold together. Tonight they are not accompanied by their third Alpha Sig buddy, Brent Oakley, but he's here. The captain is here in spirit, I'm sure, hoping that his 2 frat brothers go home with some more gold here tonight.
I gotta be honest with you, this might be the loudest it's been for any match before 2 combatants have hooked up to start it.
Is that because of the horns?
It's very possible. This is gonna end terribly. I don't think is it broken?
No, he's proving his point. I mentioned earlier, it's not a real instrument, according to him.
I don't think he knows how to use it.
Look, Gino was a sax player back in school. It's a different mouth formation you gotta do.
Tommy just called himself the best trumpeter Lima's ever seen.
Well, it's a vuvuzela. It's not a trumpet.
I don't think it really makes a difference at this point.
Maybe this is why the cough played in their music, because they're out of breath.
That's the smartest thing anyone has done all night long.
Yeah.
So Casey Jacobs 1, Wise Guys 0.
I mean, by default, I mean, given the championships now, they've won the playoffs.
You know, the Bradfield Community Center does host many different kinds of events. I don't believe that it's a musical show. It's Gino, just give it up, bro. Go back to wrestling. That's what you do well. I thought he was going to go fall away slam, but
well, he's just showing off the strength of Gino. Right in the ears.
I think Gino could taste the sound of that.
Myers now taking advantage. Oh, even managed to throw Gino off at the last second.
Myers, look at him. That one's got a sting.
Look at that. Look at that standing vertical leap.
Rebecca made the same mistake, though.
Oh, Gino.
Myers got caught.
Going back to what he tried to do earlier.
Let's go back to the wheelbarrow. This didn't work earlier, but a version of an arm drag. And Gino, for as smart as he feels like he is as a tag team wrestler, it's not going well for him right now.
I mean, he's rightfully a bit disoriented.
I think he wore himself out trying to blow the vuvuzela earlier, the trumpet.
Well, double boot to the head definitely wore him out then.
Double drop kicks knocked him down. Gino having to send himself to the outside, and Tommy thinking he's got a chance. Goodbye. Thanks for coming.
Alpha Sigma standing tall in the center. And here you see the crowd in Lima happy to see their local
I wonder if
university
ASS can
representatives.
FLY. I guess we're going to find out. There it goes, right through the ropes.
Yes, they certainly can.
Nearly next door.
Crashed into the Wise Guys just like a Boeing 737.
So Alpha Sig in control now. You talked about them being a tag team champs. You get 3 years as a pro for Pledge. And the question is about to become what's up, but not the way Alpha Sig had planned. Casey Jacobs, a 5-year pro. Just bulldozed.
I mean, you got to think Gino De Capo has had more years in the business than both of those two combined. So he calls himself a wise guy for the reason. It's not just to be smarmy. He's a cunning man. Him and Tommy have won the tag team championships on multiple occasions for good reason. They are a well-oiled machine.
Think about how they did it. They did it this last time in May in a 5-on-2 match where they got the better. Oh, cartwheels of Gimmicks Inc. And KC might be DOA. But Tommy just shoots the half and 1, 2. How?
Only a 2 count. KC Jacobs keeps on keeping on somehow.
Did I hear you blow that horn?
Oh, just the entire weight of Tommy Hamilton pressed into the upper back of KC. That cannot feel good.
Think about all the big matches. They've really not had that many matches here in War, but they've all been big. In Alpha Sig, in 2024, they lost a double strap match to the Wicked in September, who were the champs at the time. Came in, tried to make an immediate impact. Guys who do it everywhere. I mean, big name talent they've been in the ring with over the years. And I don't think right now it gets any bigger than the two guys they're in there with.
I think the only men they've ever faced that's physically more imposing than the Wise Guys is Cool.
KC up on the corner. And a boot for you, Gino. How you living? Not well.
There you see a beautiful reversal. Two's in a no. Tag immediately, though, back to Dick Myers.
Unwittingly setting him into the tag, and Myers now the House of Fire. He almost jumped over Tommy to deliver that shot. Swing and a miss.
You got to imagine he's been scouted by the track and field team at school a lot.
If he's not, that guy should be fired. I mean, that university is just down the road.
Exactly.
Gino now waiting. Oh. Massive clothesline.
Burning the boy inside out. Tommy having to take a second to get a breather. I certainly can't blame him after the flurry that he just faced from Myers, but now here comes the made man.
Much different match for Alpha Sig than that four-way tag match they had last month at Pro Wrestling Revolver, which involved Jake Christ, who we've seen here multiple times, and Rich Swann. Not the I'm going to knock your block off type of guys that Gino is.
Gino now. One. Only one. But Dick standing strong here today as he's holding on to this matchup.
Maybe that is the sound to get Alpha Sig back into it. Gino waiting for Myers. Got him up. Beautiful back body drop. And he nearly sent him back across town.
Jacobs just knocked a loopy there to the outside. 1, 2. Only a 2 count.
I'm not quite sure how he kicked out.
Both members of ASS's heads are swirling, and it's not because of the stuff they got from the Rascal Friends.
They got all of them. Gino with a massive power slam. This is usually the end. Tommy just caved in the chest.
Surely there's no way that Myers is able to survive that. What?
If Tommy didn't think Peachy could count to 3 before, he's not going to be thrilled about this one.
I am astounded at the fact that Dick was able to hold on.
See if he's able to do it again. Just in the wrong way. Again, there's not anything I can tell you about these guys. They are not fancy. They're just straight brute force.
Myers might be wobbly, but he's still fighting. There we see that Bulldog, and it connects.
It's not often you see a guy in a Bulldog, his partner get kicked in the, well, let's just call it the midsection, and then end up being an offensive maneuver.
Hey, the Alpha Sigma Sigma are all about innovative maneuvers here. They have, throughout the years, I've seen them do quite a lot of unconventional things, and it always works out well. KC, beautiful crossbody.
The full head of steam on that crossbody as high as he jumped, and he got both of them.
Jacobs now has both members of the Wise Guys on their knees. Got to capitalize here.
Where's he going?
Wow, it's just snapping that steel cable rope back into him. It's really, really wise move there.
There's your innovative offense. So Jacobs back in, Tommy prone in the center of the ring. Alpha Sig went for this once before. They asked the question, what's up? The answer, pain.
A flying Kokeshi there, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Gino was able to save his partner Stones there just in the nick of time.
He still might need to go to a urologist. Alpha Sig just stomping away now on Gino DiCapo. A sign across the way says something very not nice about him, I won't repeat. But he is in a wrong spot times a million.
Yeah, both members of the ASS here taking Gino caught there. He's trying to push them off. Tommy now back again.
Wait a second.
Took KC onto his shoulders. Myers. Tommy.
Oh, and here we go. Bada bang.
Bada boom. We've seen it be the end before. 1, 2, 3.
Did in with a 3G, and that is the finale. So a respectable showing of
Ladies and
Alpha
gentlemen, the
6.
winners, and they're still War Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Wise Guys.
Gino and Tommy once again, perhaps having one of their most interesting matches they've had since they won the title in terms of offense they had to face. Still holding on to those belts.
But you know what the most interesting part of that for me is? How many of them did it take?
Only the two of them. I mean, this is something we've talked about with the Wise Guys before. Yeah, the crew have always used the number game to their advantage, but they're the tag champs for a reason. It's not just a matter of, oh, we're able to win because we have all the guys. They're legitimate competitors, and it's going to take some legitimate competitors to win those titles off them.
I can't believe we won it again. Seriously, I knew it. You were just the champion. That's why we always win.
That is what we do.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Calm down. It's about me. I'm the champ.
Okay.
I'm the champ. Let me talk. I'm the champ. Still the War Respect champion, and I did it all on my own. I am the best respect champion of all time. And I proved it tonight, and I'm gonna prove it next month, and the month after that, and the year after that, and the decade after that, until somebody, anybody who's truly worthy wants to step up. This is coming home with me every single night.
So, Nick Ultima won the 4-way a couple months ago. I decided he's worthy. That's who you're facing next month, brother.
Good job.
We got your back.
Good job. Uncool. Really uncool.
You know who's...
The epitome of no love lost tonight.
Our next event is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Cleveland, Ohio, he claims to be God's gift to women, Jacob Rose.
Jacob Rose, you heard Rick Tom's self-proclaimed God's gift to women. He's certainly lost a lot of love with a lot of ladies over the many years. But one thing's for certain, he is absolutely dead set on not just breaking the heart of his opponent tonight, but breaking his mind, body, and soul until he quits.
And of course, that opponent, the man he helped screw out of the World Wrestling Respect title in Ryan Michaels, he's going to have some things to say. This is not catch as can. This is I hate you, I'm going to punch you in the face.
From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Ryan Michaels.
Ryan Michaels, a man with no shortage of history with Jacob Rose. It's been, I mean, realistically, it's been the tale of, it was longer than just the Entourage or Humbleville. It's been longer than the past year, 2 years. This has been really a tale that's been going on since Jacob Rose debuted in pro wrestling. Ryan Michaels has been there every step of the way, and somehow these two always find each other once again.
I feel like they're destined to do this dance forever.
If you're Jacob Rose, he doesn't want this to last forever. He said earlier today, he said, I'm going to make Ryan Michaels end his career tonight.
Once again, it's a tall order. We've had doctors on standby. You know that it's serious when a guy does not take his hat or his jacket off to come up and punch his opponent in the face. Oh, that one had some stank on it. And I'm shocked, really, that Michaels went for the cover that early because it, like you said, it's nothing to do with wins and losses. The only two things these two guys are thinking about are pain and how much they can inflict on an opponent. If you get the win in the meantime to show a little bit of shame for, I guess, making your opponent lose to you, yeah, so be it. But pain is the name of the game tonight.
Absolutely. Bulldog there. Cover one. Only a 1 count again.
But that becomes a psychological thing. How much, even covers like that, how much do you, yes, you want to win, but how much do you want it to end early? Because it didn't seem like Michaels put much into that pin. Oh!
Beautiful power slam there by Jacob Rose.
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, Jacob, normally that's Ryan Michaels' maneuver. We've seen him just decimate people with it before, but Rose now, this plays into what we were saying. These two have known each other 4 years now. It's been nearly, I believe, 8-9 years since Jacob has debuted. And every step of the way, be it in tag teams, be it in singles competition, these two have won championships with each other, off each other, back and forth. They battered, bruised, and bled together. And right now, this is all coming to a head.
It seems right. And one of the last times that it started, it was at blood, sweat, and tears between these two. But no love lost is apt. And I honestly don't know that when we come back here in early March, they won't still be fighting somewhere in the parking lot.
You absolutely never know. Right now, Jacob Rose, after that power slam, seemingly in control right now. Oh!
He
Dr.
was.
Long.
It's very hard to be in control when you're being hit by another human being.
Ryan Michaels now going for very impactful strikes.
Rose, goodness.
See, over.
Goodbye. And that's what happens when you have two guys who don't like each other. How quick. It's not about moves. It's not about hitting a ton of things that'll make people clap along. It's just kind of about punishment.
Ryan Michaels going up top. Normally not something he ever really does. That's more Jacob Rose's wheelhouse. And lo and behold, here we go.
It's as if he manifested it. Now Rose all the way across the ring, though.
Lyons.
Goodness.
Right to the center. 1, 2, deep cover. Not enough. Honestly, he pinned him so far that Michaels was almost able to just continue the roll.
Rose told me backstage he's always mad about something. He's mad that people don't understand him. He said he feels misunderstood. That things that he's said or things that he's done, people don't want to give him credit for being as good as he is. And I think that might just be his general attitude.
There we see the Frankensteiner from Jacob Rose.
Again.
1, 2, only a 2.
If your opponent knows your playbook, steal theirs.
That Frankensteiner, though, was surely effective. Ryan Michaels out like a fish.
Oh, now look where he's going. He's going to the second rope. Just straight up mocking Ryan Michaels. Now with his own set of things.
I've seen that taunt before. Just the one finger waves. Be like, come on.
The worst part about it is it's behind Michaels, so he doesn't even know.
Michaels could feel the wind of the change.
Hit him with your own move.
Yep. Russian leg sweep there. Duck a line. Oh! I don't think Jacob's going to have a good Valentine's
You get one way, you get one the other way. Get a reversal. Oh, home run. Goodbye. He hit Jacob Rose all the way back to Cleveland.
Jacob now caught there as Ryan Michaels picks him up. Backbreaker.
I feel like we're going through the trademark Ryan Michaels offense now. And now the same idea that Jacob Rose just tried to pull off a minute ago is being attempted by the guy who, it's what he does.
Taken off the elbow pad. You can only imagine what's coming.
He's going higher.
He is.
He's going to hit him all the way from the 6. And the, oh my God!
Oh!
Missed on the shooting star.
Oh, misses the stomp.
Huge guy. There it is.
Power slam by Michaels now.
That's it.
Not enough. Not enough.
So only the 2 counts. The question becomes, what do you got to do with your offense or someone else's offense to be able to put the other guy away?
Jacob knows
Oh,
exactly
no,
how to
wait.
escape a pedigree, but knows how to do it himself. Pedigree connects.
Right dead center of the ring. That
1, 2.
3. He spent too much time waving to the crowd.
2.9 right there. Referee George's hand barely off the mat.
I feel like you could see the shadow of his fingertips tracing the way down. Now Rose trying to shoot what is a lifeless Michaels straight into the middle buckle. 1 again, 2, 3, and again, somehow, where is Michaels getting this from?
I mean, it's Ryan Michaels. We've seen what he's capable of. We've seen the type of battles he's able to go through. The thing is, it's Jacob Rose now is at a crossroads. You can tell, just especially with that pin attempt, that he's beyond just angry in general. He's frustrated. Michaels, by kicking out, is getting more and more into his head by the second.
Both men with a vicious clothesline. And you talk about Michaels and his battles, look no further than last month, where he took on the mammoth Donovan Cecil.
One of the most insane matchups I've seen here as a commentator at War. Ryan Michaels got quite literally ragdolled everywhere across this arena, and yet still managed to come out on top. And I think if you're someone like Jacob Rose, you're going into a match against someone you know so well, and you know even now, after all the years Michaels has had in this business, that he's able to keep up
to 8.
with stuff like that. What do you even do?
Guess you're about to find out. 'Cause there's 9 from George. Both guys able to fight themselves somehow. Back up. Michaels dishing out a bowl of right hands.
Ain't nothing pretty. This is Michaels, we know. This is all about brutality.
Now Rose has got to be questioning where he is. He'll go up and over. Put himself in great position, looking for a German.
Deadlift. Made it connect.
Didn't look like he was going to be able to get Michaels at first, but he's going to go for a second. Yes, sir, you can have another. Dropped him right on the back of his head, and it definitely did not go the direction a doctor would be happy about.
Yeah, you heard that pain scream from Michaels. Referee George wisely went to check on him. Michaels still able to move his digits.
Somehow Rose looking to deal out another one. Oh, maybe thinking about a back suplex. And Michaels.
Turn it around. 1, 2. Nice scissor kick there. Oh, what's this? Showing off the sheer strength despite everything. 2.
Version of
and there's the stomp! Ryan Michaels connecting with the curve stomp, but he's not able to capitalize on the cover.
How many times do you think you've been able to say that a Blue Thunder Bomb and a stomp from Ryan Michaels were the back-to-back combination in a match?
Never.
1 today?
Today only.
I was just trying to...
He's going for the cover now. Is Rose still unconscious?
Got his toe on the rope.
I don't even think that was intentional. I think that was just bad luck.
Michaels pulls him further back out. Goes again. Put the quarterback in the merry-go-round. He had the exact same result.
I think that initial pin right there, being broken up by the foot, that was exactly just enough time for Jacob Rose to regain consciousness and continue this match. Something else I want to bring up also. Jacob Rose, of course, still has this favor from River Blackheart.
Because he dropped the lawsuit.
Yeah, he dropped a lawsuit here against War. We still have also not seen what the result of that's going to be. And frankly, knowing Jacob, I hold with bated breath that it could come to effect at any time. Enziguri there to the top rope as Michaels was ascending.
But how about the fact that he used the left foot to springboard the middle rope and then kicked him with the right? How do you even do that?
That just goes to show the sheer athleticism of Jacob Rose. Now
things.
from the top!
Broke him in half.
Both the men just went with their heights easily 10 feet in the air.
Still just a 2 in the guttural sounds from Jacob Rose. Disappointment.
He's having a fit, and I get it. How do you, if you do that to a man, how do they have any human reaction to be able to kick out? And any normal person that would have ended it. But this is Ryan Michaels, who for some reason is just do or die.
I think he's just riding on pure hatred right now. Rose up to the second. I don't know if he knows he's there, but he caught an elbow for his troubles on the uppercut.
Ryan Michaels now, he shrugged his shoulders. He said, all right, we'll do it again. Why not?
It's a superplex off the top rope last time. This of the middle rope. And I think the crowd was telling him, go higher. Can you take me higher? Rose said, yeah, I'll go with you. Looks for the, oh, look at that. The Hurricane run off the top. That's got to be all.
Steiner from the skies. 1, 2, 3.
What?
How in the, what?
Rose can't be seeing anything but stars right now. And I caught him.
No,
He's
now
going
Jacob,
for the sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter is getting locked in. He has him. He just needs to leg in. It's in. Sharpshooter's connected.
Jacob Rose trying to make the man submit with his own maneuver.
Ryan Michaels, center of the ring. Nowhere to go. Jacob Rose has him right where he wants him.
Rose doing everything he can to cut off everything. And Michaels grabbed the foot.
Pulling it in.
Turned it right into his own sharpshooter.
Michaels setting it up. And he's in. He's in.
Rose is closer to the ropes than what Michaels was, and he's able to reach out and make the break.
Both men, you can tell they're starting to run on empty here.
I feel like empty was a couple of miles ago. It's fumes. See, think about it too. Think about how smart that sharpshooter is to keep the ability to use, and a great submission, but the ability to take that stomp out of play.
Michaels, great ring awareness there.
He's got him covered. 1, 2, and 3.
Using his own body weight as a counterforce against Jacob Rose. Ryan Michaels able to get the victory.
I don't think Rose is going to take the stop. Come on, what a horrible individual.
And now immediately into the sleeper hold. Yeah, Jacob's not letting it end like that. There is no way that Jacob Rose is going to let Ryan Michaels, of all people, steal one on him.
Michaels is the winner of the match, but he sure doesn't look like it right now. Left laying at dead center in the middle of the ring from God's gift to women. So Michaels is the, again, winner on paper, but officials are going to have to help him to the back as we've got one big match coming up. The main event of the World Wrestling Championship on the line here at No Love Lost.
That we do. The returning Terminator, Sam Beale, going against the champion Crash. Folks, that's coming up next. For now, Lima here giving a round of applause to their king. And he doesn't need any help to the back. All hail.
Hey, Tommy, it's been a while, but I think the wise guys We just aced the class. You see, Alpha Sigma Sigma, you showed up, you did your homework, but you failed the exam because the wise guys are holding all the answers, just like every single tag team that steps across from the wise guys. We have all the answers, and what do you know it? We still have this gold. So on March 7th, march to glory, march a tag team down to that ring, square up with the wise guys, the two from the crew. Take notes, because when the lesson is over, what you're gonna remember is that you're sleeping with the fishes.
Ryan, you think just because you steal a victory from me, you think that this is over? You think we are over? No. This ends on my terms. It ends when I say it ends. All right? You may have won the match, but who stood tall at the end? God's gift to women. He ain't leaving your life anytime soon, Ryan. Just remember, I still got that little favor in the back of my pocket.
Sheesh! War Wrestling. It's been a while since we've seen your faces. In 2026, Alpha Sig is going to take over this campus. And it's going to start with you, wise guys. You guys like to party, but you guys party dirty. If you don't think Alpha Sig, the ass boys, can get dirty, well, we can show you.
We'll be back. Rose, you're a punk. I finally gave you what you wanted. Months and months of this. And no matter how good you think you are, you ain't got the club in the bag, son. It's always been like this when it's you and me across the ring from each other. 3.5 years ago, you had one good night, and that was your biggest mistake. And I showed you tonight, I am, and always have been, the better one between the two of us. But make no mistake about it, son. After that BS you pulled at the end, it's not over.
Main event time here at War Wrestling. The Perm Daddy, the many other names that he calls himself. He likes to drink beer, listen to Nickelback, beat dudes up, and show off his hair to the ladies. And apparently he brought a six-pack with him. It was a Saturday night in Lima. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, he thought he was going to share. But again, for those unfamiliar, this is Sam Beale. Sharing's not part of his lingo, but one thing that is winning. And he is going to try and win the War Championship here at our main event of No Love Lost.
He's got 2 sunglasses. He's got to be cool.
Only a real party man is able to wear 2 pairs of sunglasses.
I guess the question is it wise to drink? Well, actually, I don't think it's a 6er anymore. He drank 1 on the way, but he's got 4 left. Is it wise to drink before you take the ring with Crash?
I mean, you're going against Crash. Anyone who's going against Crash has to be a little thick in the head, because what do you expect other than his head to go through yours?
From Zionsville, Kentucky, he's the king of the horses. He's a whole lot of dude. The War Heavyweight Champion.
And the referee just trying to do his job. Sam Beale not being helpful at all. But the War Wrestling Champion beat Jake Ely last month. Ely, who was cashing in his win in the Royal Rumble. Got that Royal Rumble that he maybe surprised a handful of folks. Crash, the 16th man to hold that illustrious championship, the 19th overall, because a couple of guys have held it on multiple occasions, but 254 days since he beat Beastman, almost exactly where he's standing at back at the anniversary show in May.
Yeah, but Sam Beale tonight looking to be man number 17. And looking at Beale's track record here at War, he has the credentials to do it. Every match that he's had, last time we saw him back in October, he defeated Joey Avalon, a very well-traveled independent wrestler. He's defeated Brian Huff in the past. He's gone hell for leather multiple times here back before in 2024 as well. And he's just looking to say, he said, you know what? Crash basically, as far as I'm aware, Crash put out the challenge. It kind of has been this ethos of his whole title reign. He said, I want the best, I want the strongest, I want the hardest working. Maybe you can't count Sam as the latter. He's not exactly the most honest man. But if there's one thing Sam Beale is about, it's getting results. If you look up through his own personal track record, he has a win in most columns.
Well, and you think about how he debuted here in War Wrestling. He had that series back in 2023 in late October. When he started out, he was disrespecting Matt Taylor. It was pretty much the measuring stick of War Wrestling. And you go with that, and then you think about the fact that they fought over the Respect title, and also he's got pretty good history with Apollo Starr, but I don't know that any of that is going to help him tonight, because Crash is unlike a lot of those guys that are very technical and want to put you down with a bevy of kicks and suplexes. Crash is about that punch you in the face life.
Exactly. I mean, you just look at the guy. There's a reason why he was the one able to defeat Beastman for the title. He's a whole lot of dude. WLD, it's on the side of him right now. You have to be just a mountain of a man to go toe-to-toe with him. And I will say, Sam's credit with his size and his muscles, he stands a chance, but even still, just that sheer strength, that former linebacker experience coming into play. Crash pushing Beale back.
Is that the Wilhelm scream? I explained that to Sam, but he probably wouldn't get it. I don't know that, the way we get here, handful of successful title defenses for the 9-year pro in a Crash, but we get here with Sam. Look at the amateur wrestling background. 2 points for a takedown, I believe. Won't help him. But last month, to go back to the Jake Ely match, and of course, the crew trying to run around and do what they do, Crash said, you guys picked the absolute dumbest way to try to put together your plan against me, and it failed. You messed around and found out what the Forever War Wrestling Champion is capable of, and he said, I'm gonna teach Sam Beale a lesson, and then I'm gonna come after you clowns.
I mean, like, you have to imagine what happens if Crash is a little too focused on the future. Because here's the thing, you can't look past a guy like Sam Beale. Like we said here, he went toe-to-toe with Matt Taylor, of all people. If that's not something to be worried about as a competitor against him, then I don't know what is.
Oh! Look at the ability to change direction for Crash, and then quite literally crashing into the champion.
Beale now calling for a timeout.
Joe was there when George Hackenschmidt invented the rules for pro wrestling. He said no timeouts. Crash thinking about doing some damage through the air. Big man ready to go. Shoots end to end, and Beale wisely out of the way as he's forever champion.
Crash has taken a liking here in recent months to show off his luscious visage.
I think he was asking the photographers, can you take a picture of me like one of your pinup girls?
And if only we had a speed painter here, then we could get a portrait.
Just straight look at Beale was on a streak a minute ago, and then Crash just tagged him.
Crash was Crash. There we see, right out the behind.
Fight with a clothesline for Beale. One. That's probably not going to be enough.
Crash there. still not moving after falling down to the ground. He's still hugging his sides.
I'm pretty sure that Beale is actually arguing with the thought process that it was a 2 and not a 1, because I heard him say to Joe Kopaz, look at the size of my arms. And apparently Joe Kopaz was not impressed by the size of Sam Beale's muscles. He told him he is unable to view him.
Beale there, now just putting his whole weight onto the upper spinal column of Crash.
Again, Beale, who's well trained. Pretty much everybody who's seen this guy work knows he is a him type of dude. Titles, fights, he wants them all. He wants to take them back and just hit the party room. He's in control of the World Wrestling Champion now.
Yeah, we saw earlier when he was wearing his 6-pack belt, he held it with pride, and that's what he intends to do with the War Championship here at the end of the night. And so far, with that pinpoint knee straight to the chin, trying to copy Crash there with the French pose.
You know, I watched Sam Beale, and I find it hard to believe he's already a 10-year pro. Going back one of the earlier classes with Trey Miguel and CK3, and he's like a sponge, because I watch him all over the Midwest, and he's shown up on your TVs everywhere. And he says a lot of things very fast, and I can never think quickly to repeat all of them. It's probably better that way. I don't have Crash trying to punch me in the face.
Yeah, but those big meaty claws, I wouldn't want them coming at me either. Sam Beale now, crossbody. 1, 2.
That might be the most violent crossbody we've seen tonight.
That says a lot, because Beastman did one earlier.
Well, I saw one of, yeah. No, Beastman was he just encompassed a human being. It wasn't a crossbody, it was his whole body. It was a beast of a body. It just destroyed him. It's not Beale trying to slow things down. This probably a good choice on his part.
Yeah, focusing right back onto that part of the neck that he put all his weight on earlier.
Question is, when we get to March to Glory, who's the champion and what shape are they even in?
That's a great question. Crash managing to turn it around here. Oh, missed a splash.
Oh,
back senton.
Can't tell if he used more of his head or his body, but 1, 2.
I mean, and again, he focused on that same area. We saw when Jake Ely had his whole quote-unquote "I'm the champion" count-out victory back
the
at
Thunderweights.
It was because Crash had a medical emergency that involved his shoulder. I don't know if it was exactly his shoulder, but then earlier in the year, he was suffering from shoulder injury. He has had a lot of recent damage to that upper back area. It's really a smart idea from Beale to keep targeting that, because as you see, it's slowly but surely wearing down the champion.
I got to imagine Beale is the kind of guy sitting around drinking a few Beale-Weisers and maybe studying some tape, and he's well learned. Oh, double headbutts, and down everybody goes. But I'm pretty sure these, rocking out the Nickelback probably with a handful of Crash's matches on.
Yeah, most likely. But both men, I don't know if they're going to be able to stand back up in time. Beale at least has the assistance of the ropes, but even if he gets up, he won't win the title on a countout.
He just made a mistake.
Uh-oh. Dude's mad.
It's a whole lot of mad dude. Oh! Take that, Samuel. Now bounced him off the ropes and a clothesline. Just hit him all the way back to Michigan. Up goes Beale. Down goes Beale. Good night. Thanks for coming. 1, 2, and how?
Beale just still managing to find it within himself to kick on out.
Beale is that puddle that you see in the middle of the ring. But apparently at times the puddle fights back. Ouch. exactly is Beale still, I don't want to say standing, but able to get near his feet? Crash
has had enough of it, that's for sure, but Beale stopping the incoming. Ooh, high knee there to the chin. Oh, and there's that muscle coming into play. Bringing the champ down to earth. 1, 2. Michael, that was nearly it.
He was not golden. He was going down, 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 but man, Sam Beale is just living on that edge of becoming champion. Out here firmly behind the World Wrestling Champion for the last 254 days. And that dude Crash, a whole lot of dude.
Sam Beale coming off the ropes, trying to get some kinetic energy. Crash wasn't enough to take him off his feet, but Sam standing tall as well.
Gotta believe each one of them is gonna have issues with their collarbone.
And now they're just not even running, just slugging at each other. But Crash is not the guy that you want to swing at. And again, those ironclad heads of theirs colliding.
Did Beale get the best of that? Good night!
He did, but only for a second.
And that was the end, but Beale's smart enough to roll out of the ring, or lucky enough. I don't really know which way you want to go with that.
It's like as if Crash rolled the D20, he got a critical success, only for Beale to get one of his own and escape out the back.
Now the problem for Beale is, well, we'll reset, but Beale now has to reset himself, 1, to figure out where he's at, 2, to get back into the ring. He's gone back over to the table, though. Crash now trying to figure out exactly where his challenger went.
Yeah, he has not been able to get back onto his own 2 feet still.
Beale, he just picked the beers off the table.
He's not. Is he about to try and drink some like he's Popeye and get a power-up or something?
I don't know, but
yes,
Joe
yes,
better
he is.
get out of the way. Yes, he is. Looking for a little bit of bush time is Beale. Oh, spit in his face.
Oh, there. From on high.
Now Sam, Spinebuster. Oh, not like this.
1, 2.
2.
Just a 2.
Who's the most surprised? Joe Kopaz or Sam Beale?
It's hard to tell. I think Crash is still wiping some of that bush out of his eyes.
I don't know how that can be legal. Popeye getting his spinach again.
Joe says no drinking on the job.
At least no drink until you win. Beale trying to turn Crash over, but he can't hook the big man. Instead, that plan backfired. That's the end. That's got to be the second one of those D20s. 1, 2, 3, and still World Wrestling Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner,
listen to the band.
Still War Heavyweight Champion.
Wait a minute. Why? From behind, here comes the crew.
The Wise Guys jumping in the ring. Jimmy Shane. Dear God, our security.
He just stole the championship. The Wise Guys are doing the work, and Jimmy is absconding with the championship.
Security had their backs turned as they were enthralled with the end of the match, but Jimmy now making off like a bandit.
Jimmy Shane barely works here. Wise Guys, they were looking for the 3G, but Crash able to fight back, and Jimmy's a long way, and Crash just realized the championship was on the other half of the building.
And Jimmy is making his favored escape route, as we've seen. Once again, Jimmy Shane leaving without any consequence to himself, but stealing the War Heavyweight Championship.
So there might be no love lost tonight, but there is one championship that is lost from the building. That is the finale crash with the win, but when we get to March to Glory on the 9th, what does this even look like?
Yeah, the lights are on as security's running after Jimmy. Folks, we will see you at March to Glory. Until then, this has been Bryce T, as always, joined by Michael McCormick. Have a good night. Peace.